Acuity offers the ability to assign instructional resources to individual students based on their performance on the Acuity exams. Students can access these resources by logging into Acuity themselves and performing these tasks independently. Here are the directions for assigning resources to students. Begin at the SJSD website. Under the tab Teaching and Learning, click on Assessment. Click Acuity Login. Here you will log in with your teacher username and password. Click Reports, Assessment Reports. Here you can access this information by student assessment report or your class assessment report. I'm going to click on Student Assessment Report, select my grade level, and enter a student's first name and last name. Click on that student. I'm choosing Language Arts, Predictive, Missouri Standards. This shows how the student performed on the Language Arts Predictive exam. It breaks it down by objective. This particular test had objectives from grade 5 and grade 6. In this first column, I can see the percent of points obtained in each objective. And looking down, I see that the lowest scoring objective was grade 6 R3. So I'm going to click over to the right on Assign for that objective. However, after I click Assign, it actually brings up all of the instructional resources possible. So I can click on all instructional resources for each student, or I can pick particular instructional resources that I want that student to work on. To preview the instructional resource, you can click on the highlighted resource to see what will be offered. I'm going to choose all instructional resources for this student and assign these resources on the right. And now all of those grade 6 instructional resources for the reading predictive exam have been assigned to that student. Now the student will be able to log into Acuity and access those resources. The students begin logging into Acuity the same way, starting at the SJSD website under Teaching and Learning, Assessment, Acuity Login, and I'm going to have the students bookmark this page on their iPad. They enter their student username, which is the first name, last name, no spaces, and every student in the building has the same password, STJO1234. This will be the first screen the student will always see in Acuity. We are not taking online tests yet, so they will not click on Take a Test. They can click on Study to access those instructional resources, or they can click on View Reports to view how they did on the Acuity exam. I'm clicking on Study, Language Arts, and here this student will see all of the instructional resources assigned to them. Click Start, Go, and Play.
Let's learn about inferences. Have you ever noticed that when you read, the writer tells you some things and leaves other things for you to figure out for yourself? When you read, you sometimes have to make an inference. Making an inference is combining facts and clues with what you have learned from your own experiences to determine something. For example, sometimes a fiction. Let's learn about inferences.
Some of the information will be read to them, and some of the information on the instructional resource they read themselves. If you would like to view how a student did on an instructional resource, you will log into Acuity, on the SJSD website, Teaching and Learning, Assessment, Acuity Login. Use your teacher username and password. And to find out how the students are doing on the instructional resources, over to the left, click on Instructional Resources. Here you can view scores, or you can actually print the instructional resources. I'm going to click on Assign Resources, View Scores. Select my class. And I have not had any students complete the instructional resources yet, so I don't have any information here. But on this screen, you can select all of your students. You can select a particular student, and after you enter the information, you can print the results in a PDF or an Excel spreadsheet.